garden tomatoes called the Garden Delight Tomato Live Plants. So these are heirloom tomatoes, and you're going to get some of the most popular heirloom tomatoes. Man, you go to the grocery store and you're looking at two things. You're looking at tomatoes that don't taste that good, or you're looking at tomatoes that you will have sticker shock when you get up to the cash register, right? Especially if you go to like these gourmet supermarkets. We're gonna give you the ability to grow them all yourself. So here's what you're gonna get, your varieties, and Katie can walk us through, but this is just a little sample of what you're gonna get. This is kind of more like what you're gonna get for the season. 3 easy payments of $11.21. Not only is it gonna be more affordable to grow your own, you're gonna know exactly how it was grown, you're not gonna have to go to the grocery store, and best, they're gonna taste a lot better. So Katie, brand new today, this is our only order of the season. This is a very different type of tomato collection.
Oh, well, it is the tomato collection of all tomato collections. I mean, I'm so excited because these are heirloom tomatoes. You know, we talk about growing food at home because of the taste. Our grocery store tomatoes, you know, if you've never had a homegrown tomato, just wait for the deliciousness. That the way that it's juicy and it drips down your chin, and the warm sun ripened tomatoes, and the 5 different varieties we're bringing you here are all slightly different. So we've got this huge tomato. So this is going to be the biggest tomato of the collection. It's going to be that slicer you want to put on your sandwiches. We also have the orange brandywine, and I think that's the Dixie Golden Giant. We've got the Cherokee Purple, which is one of my favorites. It's more of a sweet tomato, so that's why I love it when you put it with mozzarella and you put it on sandwiches. So you've got 5 different varieties. The Mortgage Lifter's the biggest. The Cherokee Purple is what you see here with the Mortgage Lifter. Our orange brandywine, which is the orange one. Dixie Golden Giant, which is that yellow one you see there. And finally, the Rainbow collection, which is more of the yellow red. And so you're getting 5 heirlooms. So heirlooms are varieties that might not have the thickest skin, so they wouldn't work to be shipped all across the country, but they're so delicious.
That's why they're so expensive at the grocery store, right?
Exactly.
Like that's why you go to the grocery store and it's like surprising how much they'll charge you for an heirloom tomato. It's because it's hard for the grocery store to even get them on the shelves. Katie, I have a question for you, and I'm going to go ahead and just look. I'll cut this purple Cherokee so you can see how wonderful these are. Look at that. Katie, I have a question for you. How are we going to grow these? Can you show me? Because it has some, we're going to get these red mulch film sheets, which I have to tell you, I wasn't really familiar with. So if you can explain it, I would love for you to tell all our viewers.
I am so excited. So this is like a little bonus. Of course, you're getting 5 tomato plants, which in itself is amazing. But this red mulch, it's called mulch, but it really is a sheet of plastic. There's so many benefits to planting this under your tomatoes. So you're going to actually get 5 of these. This is huge. You're getting 5 of these. And what you want to do is when you're planting your tomato, whether in the ground or in a container, either way, Sandra, you find the center and you slice it and put it down on your soil.
Okay.
And then you slice an X. You can see there's already an X in the center. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, right here I can see it. Okay.
It's kind of already perforated for you. Mm-hmm. You slice an X in the center and you plant your tomato in the center there of that hole.
Oh, okay.
Now what that's going to do for you is it will hold in moisture, because one of the biggest problems people have with tomatoes is called blossom end rot. And that's inconsistent moisture. That's the #1 problem people have with their tomatoes. This is going to help you with that moisture problem. It will also block out weeds. So it stops the weeds from coming up, which weeds compete with our tomato roots, and it doesn't allow the tomatoes to grow as, you know, big and strong and produce the fruit that we want. It's also going to reflect the sun. So this red mulch, this red plastic actually reflects the sun, bounces back up on the tomatoes, and produces bigger and tastier fruit. It is so cool. I'm so excited that I can offer this to you guys with all 5 of these tomatoes, because it's just going to make you a better tomato grower.
And look at these beautiful, delicious tomatoes. So imagine, you know, it's summer, you step outside, you pick your own tomato, you come in, you make a sandwich, you make a salad, just slicing these up, putting them on pizza, and they're absolutely beautiful. In fact, actually, our food stylists have created some dishes out here with these tomatoes so you can get an idea of what you can make. But they are beautiful tomatoes, the type of tomatoes that are hard to find, but surprisingly actually easy to grow. So you have your pizza, just an easy salad here. You have your sandwich, but 500 now have been ordered. I just love how they look. I think that they're absolutely beautiful. And this whole idea that you can grow these, they're gorgeous. In fact, let me cut up some more. So, but we are actually offering auto delivery on this. So if you want to order now, and if you want to go on auto delivery, we'll send them out to you one more time in spring 2022. Now you could cancel at any time if you decide you don't want that next year, but it is a nice way to be sure you can still get this year's price next year. So I'm going to cut open this yellow tomato, and I think this one is called the Golden Giant, and just what a beautiful tomato.
Oh,
Look
that
at
is so juicy. And you know, I also wanted to mention, if you haven't grown tomatoes before, they do like full sun, and you can grow them in a container, you can grow them in the ground, but they do need support, Sandra. So they're a viner, like our blackberries that we had at the beginning of the show. A tomato cage around them will be exactly what you need. You put them in that red mulch, you put a tomato cage on them, and then they will just give you those tomatoes starting in the early summer, midsummer, and they'll just keep on giving you fresh tomatoes. You know, with 5 plants, this is a lot. You can keep them for yourself, or you can share them with friends and family. You can give, the gift of a giant mortgage lifter tomato, the biggest heirloom tomato out there, or the Cherokee purple, that really sweet, almost black tomato. These really special tomatoes, hard to find or expensive at the grocery store, and just the most delicious homegrown flavor you can get.
Over 700, that's a beautiful tomato, over 700 have now been ordered. I have to tell you, I'm standing here and they smell so good. There are no grocery store tomatoes that smell like this. This is why you want to grow your own, and you're getting all 5 plants, a whole harvest of tomatoes for 3 easy payments of $11.21. And guess what? You don't have to worry if they're going to work out for you, because Cottage Farms is going to give you a warranty.